Don't let someone put you down, and don't let that someone be you. You have to be your cheerleader. You have to be the biggest supporter that you have, because nobody else is going to do it like you will. Because you understand yourself at a much deeper level than anybody else does. Tarot day. It's almost 11 a.m. I'm still in my pajamas. It's one of those groggy days. Yeah, here I am with the liberty of waking up late or sleeping in or relaxing a little bit. So I gotta have gratitude for that. Devil energy already showing up with the reverse of a King of Cups. There's a false masculine in your life right now. What do I mean by false divine masculine? Someone you're making out to be a lot more than what they are, which means, there's a part of us that wants things to go fast, that wants things to work out. And if someone shows up with a lot of charisma, the right words, and says that, hey, like a sales pitch, look at me, I'm your dream come true, we tend to abandon ourselves to achieve that, because we're like, okay, that's the winning point and that's the goal. Don't go for this masculine, whoever has shown up into your life. It's devil energy. It's your obsession. It's exploiting parts of you and showing you parts of you that are not ready for abundance. Okay, guys, I got this. I know what's going on here. Devil energy is starting to show up in your life again. Even though you thought you've overcome the devil, you've overcome obsession, and you're able to see things clearly, yes, you have. You have been through a lot of initiations. You've been through a lot of learning. But what's happening now with the devil is that there's a repeat pattern. It's showing up again. Every time we clear one level, we go to the next. Now, before, what would happen is that you would go through these cycles, right? At the densest layer, there was numbness. There's so much pain that your body's refusing to accept and to acknowledge the pain. After the numbness comes this period of depression, when you start to acknowledge exactly what you're feeling on the inside. And it's a lot, right? You're carrying so much. When you're going through the period of depression, you awakened from that too. You came higher. When you came higher, you entered the realm of fear. Oh my God, that was probably the worst one to deal with. Because fear can feel incapacitating. It can feel so hardcore and so real, but it's just an illusion. And when you woke up from that illusion came anxiety. That means worry that things might not work out for you. Now you're coming out of that energy too. So you're just winning here. You're releasing dense layers of your earthly existence and going into your 5D reality. You might be going into 7 and 12D DNA strands now. That's why the devil energy is showing up again. Now, before the first awakening took place, you may have been in numbness and depression for years. It could have gone on for 10 years, 12 years. But now, because you're learning to awaken every part of you again and again, it's becoming really easy for you to identify what's going on instead of staying subdued. So every time you awaken and you take one more step forward, you go through this cycle all over again, but this cycle is much shorter now. So you could go through it over a week. Maybe you're lazing like me for the past 3 days because you're going through that awakening cycle all over again. And you're awakening from the illusion. Again, a fake masculine energy is showing up. Now, what do I mean by fake masculine? Divine masculine is meant to make you feel safe, protected, and grounded. Not through words, but how your body feels and how your emotions come up in that presence. In the presence of divine masculine, you will feel supported, grounded, and safe. Your body will show you how that feels. It will not feel erratic. It will not feel like you're jumping the gun from one thing to another. It will not feel like you're trying to make sense of things. And it will definitely not feel like you're abandoning yourself. If someone comes up with an offer and says, here you go, I'm going to make all your dreams come true, or this one problem that you've been having for a really long time, I can solve it. And you're like, oh my God, thank you. This is what I want to do. And then they're like, but there's one rule. You have to be dishonest. You have to abandon one of your values. Because if you want to work with me and you want a solution, you got to let go of this. Devil energy in your face. only the devil energy would ask you, with its charisma and its problem-solving winning ability, to abandon a part of yourself that you hold dear to yourself, that you hold valuable, that you cherish. Don't fall for that. Because there is always another way. Yeah, it might take a little bit of time. Maybe you're not feeling really supported through this process. There's nothing to celebrate. Even though celebrations are coming your way, you're winning. There's something or the other that you're winning. But you've been taught that only the problem that you consider the biggest in front of you, if you solve that, do you win. And guess what? The universe throws another one your way because that's the only way you know how to win. So can you take a moment and just celebrate the little wins that have come along the way? Did you get an award at work for something? Were you acknowledged by a peer or a parent for something? Did your partner give you a lot of presence and time? Are your kids bringing you joy? Those are your little wins. Maybe you just completed a certification for something. Maybe you just studied and you finished a program. Celebrate that. If you won't know how to celebrate the little things, how are you going to celebrate the big wins? There's some kind of inner child healing that's really required here. But we don't. Before I say that the death card is coming up, that means you're coming out of this energy. This was one of the final times that you kind of acknowledged that the devil energy did show up again. Now it's becoming so easy for you to hold on to. I just dropped a card. Give me a sec. So 6 of Cups energy, inner child healing. You're doing some kind of inner child work. And you're coming out of Page of Cups energy and going into Knight of Cups energy, which means that you've taken one more step forward in your ascension, in your awakening, in your self-fulfillment. Now, you may have the 3 of Cups in reverse. That means you don't have people around you you're rejoicing with. Something's just not clicking there. There's some kind of disconnection. But you do have your spirit tribe. With the 4 of Wands, I'm shown that there is something magical happening in the background where your spirit tribe is standing with you and they're super psyched. Because everything that is taking place on an energetic level will show itself on a physical level. Let's pull out a few more cards and see what the universe wants to communicate with you today. Or are we done here? I don't think we're done. I feel like this is just the beginning. Like we've just scratched the surface of what's going on. 3 of Swords, stabbing through the heart. Okay, your inner child needs attention because it's in pain. That's why the numbing is showing up. That's why the false masculine is showing up. And remember, we all have feminine and masculine energy within us. So it doesn't have to be a man showing up. It could even be a woman showing up. It just has to be that energy of action where someone says, I'm going to solve a problem for you and I'm going to deal with this energy for you. Don't trust the charisma if it's asking you to abandon yourself and your beliefs. And it feels like crap because you're just like, oh my God, I was so close. I was so close to achieving this for myself. And then you're just like, great, now it's gone. Why is it gone? It's because I had to say no to it because I have to stand up for myself and I have to, kind of stand for my values. I have to not abandon myself. I have to show up for myself. Then why do you feel like crap? Why do you feel like crap when that opportunity goes away? Because your heart is still hurting. All these filled cups, yes, you're going up. You're going up the ladder. Everything good is happening for you, but you're still not at the top of the ladder. So at the bottom of the ladder, all you can kind of connect with is the spilled cups, everything that you lost. Everything that you lost. Now you've grieved it over and over again. So what is it? And you've been through Hermit. And you've taken time to love yourself, ignite an inner passion, and move forward. So what is it that's not allowing you to reap what you sow? 7 of Pentacles. It's almost the end of winter. You have 1 to 2 more months before spring. What can you do in this time? Do you need to rest? Do you need to process your feelings? Let's ask Spirit. Let's ask the universe what we need to do here. What can the collective do to get out of this painful energy where their heart hurts? Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune. Straight, it tells you that judgment's working out in your favor. Upside down, it tells you that it's stuck somewhere. Judging. Are you judging yourself? Are you judging other people? Are you saying that because I did blah, 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 and you haven't forgiven yourself? Yes! Finally. Why haven't you forgiven yourself? King of Pentacles. Your masculine, grounded, material wealth is going to come through when you forgive yourself. Inner child healing. Judgment card in reverse. Spilt drinks. You need to sit down and forgive yourself for everything that's happened to you. It wasn't your fault. Yes, your higher self signed you up for certain lessons because you're meant to learn from them. It was not your fault that people treated you like crap. Yes, you showed up, you agreed to going through that process, but it wasn't a fault. There's no blame. We're all here to learn. And if you can treat a child like that who's in your life, maybe a niece, a nephew, your own kid, where you give them that leeway that, hey, it's okay if you had an experience that wasn't pleasant. It's not your fault. Yes, you chose to be there. But do you need to hold on to blame, shame, and guilt? No, you don't. It's about time you started having faith in yourself. Get out of disappointment. Stop being sad. Yeah, these 4 cups are spilled, but what about that one behind? The Empress is in reverse too. You're birthing something new, but you're holding on. Why are you holding on? Queen of Cups in reverse. You feel like your receiving is blocked. And the reason that's happening, all the blockades and not being able to move forward and experience everything that you want to experience, is coming from this space of inner wounding, where your heart is still hurting, where you feel sad for yourself. And even though you might not be doing this out loud, so you might not be like, oh my God, look at what happened to me. It might not be an active thought. There is some part of your consciousness that is holding on to everything that went wrong. You got to let go of the past. How do you let go of the past? Yeah, it happened. It happened. Big deal. I moved on. I learned. I grew. You grew. Everybody grows. If we get stuck over the things that stopped us along the way or made us feel unhappy, they still made you who you are today. Let me tell you something. You were exactly on time. You were where you were meant to be all along, because look at what it created. Look at the beauty. Have you looked at yourself in the mirror? You are gorgeous. Your soul shines. People can see it. When you enter a room, you're magnetic. They're just like, wow, who is that when you walk in? And you know how it shows on their face? A subtle shift when they look at you. You have the ability to make people come out of their heads and come into the present moment when you step in, because of how present you are. And you're going to tell me that you're going to give your younger self a hard time for making a few mistakes? And what is a mistake really? Not the clear path. It was a path with blockades. It was a path that was painful. It was a path that may have suffering. Isn't that all of us? The best of people, the most successful of people, the people who you think are right at the top, in whatever way that you think that they're at the top, maybe they are. They too take wrong turns. And guess what it does? It makes them discover a new path. It teaches them something about themselves. So let it go. Let your younger self off the hook. Don't give yourself such a hard time when new opportunities are showing up that, oh my God, should I do it right? Did I do it right? Don't get stuck in that fear bubble. Let it go. Be like, yeah, there's a new opportunity showing up. It feels good. It feels good in my body. I want to try it out. Try it out. So what if it doesn't turn out as the right experience? What is the right experience? Who decides what the right experience is? A pleasant experience? 100% of your life you're probably gonna face discomfort and unpleasantness somewhere. Even when you're born, it's unpleasant, but it's also exciting. It's also exhilarating. Don't let someone put you down, and don't let that someone be you. You have to be your cheerleader. You have to be the biggest supporter that you have, because nobody else is going to do it like you will. Because you understand yourself at a much deeper level than anybody else does. So speak up for yourself, motivate yourself, say good things to yourself, and say it so many times consciously that it's embedded in your subconscious. Wake up in the morning and do a grounding meditation. Do a protection meditation if you have to, and then trust that. I have one on my Stan Store. If you check out my bio, you will go to my Stan Store and you will see that there's a meditation that's just for $5 and Canadian, not even US. $5, that's lesser than your coffee. And it gives you 22 minutes of grounding and protection. Now, when you go through this thing, trust that that's what's taking care of you. Hear it on repeat every day. And that's it. Just trust. Trust the flow of life. Trust that you will always be where you're meant to be. Trust that everything will happen for you in divine timing. Trust that whatever is meant for you will never miss you. And if you've dreamt it, it's going to come to you. If the thought has been planted in your head, it's a seed that's come from the universe. Trust that it's going to show up for you. Don't hustle and try to control everything and try to make it work out for you. When was anyone ever able to control the waves? Can you control the ocean? Have you met your soul and your higher self? You think you can control that? That experience is vast. That is an expansive state. Something that expanded can't be controlled by someone in the 3D on Earth right now. But what you can do is surrender to that experience. Surrender to the wisdom of your soul. Surrender to the flow of the universe. And remember, you are never in the wrong place. You are always in the right place. So that wrong turn you took was right. It was right for you. Everything I have gone through has made me who I am today. And if I don't love me, who the fuck will? Sorry, that word. Who the F will? Okay, let's pull out some Rose Oracle cards and see if our ancestors have anything to say to us, because I feel like they do. Healing the motherline, healing ancestral work, motherline, growing up. Feminine energy means healing. When the feminine has healed and it's come into a state of relaxation, your nervous system is what I'm talking about. It will help you receive. When you receive, that is when not the false, but the actual masculine will come in. The one that makes you feel fulfilled, the one that makes you feel good about yourself, the one who makes you feel supported. And how does that masculine come in? When you make that masculine arrive within. When I start supporting me, when I show myself protection, when I safeguard my values and show up for myself, that's the signal I'm giving to the universe, and it provides. That's what it does. Masculine will show up when you heal your inner feminine. The support will show up when you're open to receiving. You will be open to receiving when you're open to a relaxed nervous system, when you're not freaking out about everything. When you come out of that awakening, those stages of awakening that come in cyclical patterns, and you come to the point where you've come out of the fear and anxiety as well, and you're finally like, okay, you know what? I will give myself a little bit of time for a chiropractor, for restorative yoga, for an ice plunge, whatever it is that you need to do to bring that nervous system into relaxation and open yourself up to receiving without distrusting what is showing up for you, completely surrendering to the fact that whatever shows up for you was meant for you. You've got this. It's 11 on the clock, and I'm going to sign out now. Good luck with everything. See you next week.